a family vacation, a weekend getaway, or even a business trip. They come to our properties for a variety of reasons, and we welcome them all. But there are also some disturbing things happening at resorts, motels, and hotels across the country, and we need your help to stop it. It is called human trafficking. Human trafficking is a form of modern slavery. U.S. law defines human trafficking as the use of force, fraud, or coercion to compel a person into a commercial sex act or labor or services against his or her will. The one exception involves minors in commercial sex. Inducing a minor into commercial sex is considered human trafficking regardless of the presence of force, fraud, or coercion. Human trafficking is the world's fastest growing criminal enterprise, with global profits estimated in excess of $150 billion annually by the International Labor Organization. Human trafficking is believed to be the world's second most profitable criminal enterprise, second only to drug trafficking. Perpetrators often use legitimate businesses to carry out their heinous crimes. These crimes regularly occur in hotels, motels, and resorts, oftentimes unbeknownst to the proprietors, making the property or business a victim as well. Traffickers also use travel mechanisms to transport victims and carry out their crimes, including the use of rideshare apps, taxis, and airlines. Traffickers are capitalizing on the lack of awareness around this issue within the travel and tourism industry. All too often, they continue to exploit their victims unchecked because staff, managers, and executives do not know what to look for. While the internet has been a positive catalyst for change, it has also enabled perpetrators to find victims. Many times, crimes of human trafficking will start in cyberspace and be executed in the physical world and could occur unknowingly at our properties. The travel and tourism industry is in a key position to protect victims from human trafficking by making sure their services and venues are not misused by traffickers, and training staff to be aware of possible warning signs. This training video shows and discusses the warning signs that those in security may see while on the job. As members of the security personnel, you routinely interact with the patrons on your property, and you are in a unique position to see and report warning signs occurring on the property. Many of the warning signs for commercial sexual exploitation may look like legal activity. However, when there are multiple warning signs involving the same person or group of people, that is when we need you to intervene. The safety of these victims is critical. When in doubt, speak up. This video was designed to educate security personnel in the travel industry, people like you, about what to look for and what to do if you believe human trafficking is occurring at your property. There are many red flags commonly found in instances of sex trafficking. This video will cover the indicators for potential victims of human trafficking, traffickers, and buyers. There are many indicators to recognize potential victims of human trafficking. For instance, a victim appears to be with a significantly older boyfriend or girlfriend, or in the company of older males. The victim averts their eyes or does not make eye contact, especially with the said boyfriend or girlfriend. The boyfriend or girlfriend may be overly controlling and abusive. Victims appear to have no freedom of movement or are constantly monitored. They avoid interaction with others. Their demeanor is fearful, anxious, depressed, submissive, tense, and nervous. Some victims appear restricted, medicated, or controlled, and they are not allowed to speak for themselves, and their answers seem coached. They may demonstrate a lack of knowledge about current or past whereabouts and exhibit a loss of sense of time. There are numerous inconsistencies in the victim's story when questioned or asked. They could be without access to their own ID, cell phone, or money. They may be dressed inappropriately for their age, have lower quality clothing than companions, or are wearing clothing inappropriate for the weather conditions or surroundings. The victims are treated in a demeaning or aggressive manner, or there is evidence of verbal threats. There may be signs of dissociation or avoidance of interaction with others, especially about sharing their personal situation. There may be signs of poor hygiene, fatigue, or sleep deprivation. There could be instances of victims who have injuries, and there could be signs of physical abuse or torture, such as bruises, burns, scars, and/or malnourishment. Look for suspicious tattoos, marks, or branding, especially on girls. The tattoo could be of the trafficker's name, or it reflects money or ownership. There could be 2 or more victims with the same tattoo or mark. These tattoos are on the forearms, chest, neck, and face. There are few or no personal possessions carried in small or plastic bags. There are many indicators to recognize potential traffickers or buyers. The buyer could be a guest who is using the property to purchase commercial sex. You might notice that the shades or curtains are always drawn in an outward-facing room. There may be excessive foot traffic in and out of a room or rooms rented by the same person. Perhaps the car in the parking lot is regularly parked backward so that the license plate cannot be read from the lot. Please keep in mind that these examples are just that. They are examples of what could be signs of sex trafficking. The thing to remember is to be aware of what is going on at your property, and if you think that there may be something illegal occurring, never question the guest or put yourself in a dangerous situation. Let the authorities handle it. Immediately contact your supervisor or security personnel. If you believe there is an immediate threat, call 911. To report suspicious instances or to access local resources, including trained law enforcement officers, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-3737-888. For additional resources and training materials, please visit www.safeactionproject.org.